WrestleMania 42 in New Orleans has been cancelled. Well, I guess I'll be changing these lights back. And this means that Rock promo on SmackDown has aged worse than sticky treats left out on a summer's day. So where the hell is WrestleMania 42 actually going to be? Well, in this video, we're going to be taking a deep dive into whatever the hell is going on. Let's start at the start, shall we? Because WrestleNomics reported yesterday that the Greater New Orleans Sports Foundation told them that WrestleMania 42 would no longer be in NOLA. But instead, they'd be getting a Money in the Bank and a potential WrestleMania at a later date. I mean, that doesn't sound like a fair trade-off, but hey-ho. They did not give a reason for why it was moved, and still to this point, we don't know why it was moved. There are some reports saying it might be to do with construction or something in New Orleans, but then that other report saying it's completely a WWE decision, so who knows? At this point, the rumor mill started spinning faster than a 24/7 championship change, with speculation that WrestleMania was going to be taking place outside of the United States and Canada. Now, where did these rumors come from? Well, probably the same place which claimed CM Punk was going to return every single Royal Rumble from 2016 to 2020. But even still, it caught on and the rumors basically just took over the internet. And personally for me, London was the first place which came to mind. I mean, obviously I'm heavily biased. But no way could London actually make a bid which could persuade WWE to change the location of an already announced WrestleMania. I mean, we don't even have enough money to fill half our potholes. But let's say something happened in NOLA and the WrestleMania had to be moved. London acting quickly to try and get a WrestleMania would make a lot of sense. After all, the London mayor has been very clearly vocal about his desire to bring WrestleMania to the UK. Plus, as my final project in design school, I made this WrestleMania UK poster, which is behind me and I'll put on screen. So I thought I was foreshadowing something, as the dates on it said 2026. However, my hopes came crashing down faster than Lars Sullivan's 2019 push, as it quickly became clear that Saudi Arabia was the frontrunner. And this time it actually came from quite a good source, because an interview resurfaced from literally just last week of the GEA chairman, Turki Al-Sheikh, saying that Saudi Arabia wanted to get WrestleMania in either 2026 or 2027. Now, last week when the interview took place, everybody thought this guy was doing an R-Truth and just forgot the fact that WrestleMania 2026 was already confirmed to be in New Orleans. But, unlike the Rock promo, which aged horribly, this aged like fine wine, and very quickly fans thought, hey, it must be clear now that it is going to Saudi Arabia. However, just like Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania 40, Saudi Arabia's dream was cashed in on by Damian Priest in the form of Las Vegas. Yes, the exact same Las Vegas which hosted this year's WrestleMania. I mean, us international fans are starving for a WrestleMania, and Vegas are going to get 2 in 2 years. The source, well, unfortunately, it was quite a good one, as it was NOLA News, New Orleans News themselves, who were saying that this was going to happen. And they quoted an unnamed industry official. Now, at least to me, that sounded quite fishy, but then every wrestling journalist under the sun started reporting the exact same thing too. And backed it up even with a possible date change as well. But why the hell are WWE returning to Las Vegas for WrestleMania once again? I mean, they are pushing Vegas harder than they pushed Roman Reigns in 2015, and that's saying something. Well, there is no doubt that for WWE, this year's WrestleMania did literally record-breaking numbers. They basically broke every single record there was to break. But at the same time, for the longest time, they were struggling to sell tickets for this WrestleMania because of how high the ticket costs were. Now, in their final push, they were very effective. They did bring the costs down ever so slightly, but still, they ended up selling very, very well. But, as we all know, the majority of fans who attend a WrestleMania are usually international fans or fans coming from different parts of the United States. And trying to sell the same holiday 2 years in a row, well, that's obviously going to be very difficult, especially when it is a place such as Vegas, which costs so much money. I mean, honestly, if you were going to ask my opinion based on all the fans I've spoken to, I do think they are going to struggle unless they do decrease the ticket sales this year. But I guess their hope is that they are hoping that a lot of fans who stayed home got a little bit of FOMO or a fear of missing out, and therefore they will attend this year instead. So not necessarily hoping to get the exact same crowd that they had last year. Now, I was already predicting that Roman Reigns versus The Rock was going to be the main event for WrestleMania this year, purely because The Rock is getting older, and if they want to do that match, they're going to need to do it fast. But now I am even more sure because they're going to need such a huge marquee mainstream match if they want this to be as effective as last year. But this year did a John Cena's final match, plus a teased Travis Scott appearance, which did end up happening. Plus they teased The Rock too, which didn't happen. And even then, it struggled to sell tickets. So to me, this is a little bit of a bizarre move. It's a very incredibly risky move. But hey, TKO are experts on this. They must think they are going to earn more money in Vegas than in NOLA. But all I know is under no circumstances can Fiend be that theme again. Because right now I'm going to sleep at night, I'm going to sleep, I am falling asleep, and then I'm waking up in the middle of the night just with Fiend, Fiend, Fiend in my head. And it's just the most annoying song I've ever heard in my life. And I quite frankly hate it. Travis Scott, you should be ashamed of yourself. So just please, please, please don't use it again, please. But hey, I mean, overall, I guess this is a little bit of a weird one, isn't it? A little bit of a bizarre move. Something we haven't really seen before. I mean, the last thing I can kind of think of which was similar to this was WrestleMania 36 when it was moved due to the pandemic. But obviously that was due to a matter out of their hands, whereas this time it seems like it's a matter in their hands. But did you attend this year's WrestleMania? And if so, will you attend WrestleMania 42 if it's in Vegas as well? Let me know in the comments. Or did you not attend this year's WrestleMania and get a little bit of the fear of missing out and want to attend next year instead? Well, let me know your thoughts in the comments on that too, because I am really fascinated on this one. But to summarize, wrestling fans are going to have to wait a few more years to invade Bourbon Street. The Rock's 2025 in WWE has been a complete and utter disaster, which has aged horribly. The UK is in the mud. Saudi Arabia's dream is over, at least until next year. And Las Vegas is being pushed more than 2015 Roman Reigns. Thank you guys for watching. Have a fantastic day. Peace.